A fresh start is not just about beginning anew. It's about harnessing the lessons of the past to propel you into the future. By embracing changes, setting clear goals, and fostering a resilient, a creative mindset, you can chart new horizons. And I want you to know that a journey of 1,000 kilometers begins with a step. Don't wait. Don't procrastinate. You can do it. Start today. Good afternoon, everyone. It's amazing to be in the midst of entrepreneurs. Please give yourselves a round of applause. I want to start by commending Kish for this wonderful initiative. You've exhibited the power of resilience, pushing through in this hard time to ensure that we have this event holding is commendable. Well done. And thank you to our amazing power woman for the brilliant keynote speech. I'm very much inspired and motivated to keep pushing. Well done. It's always good to see beautiful women doing big things. Keep it up. So, like I said, I would have had 20 reasons or excuses not to be here. But I decided to be here to inspire, to share my knowledge, to share my story with you all. The theme, I don't have anything different from what our great speakers have been saying, but just to reiterate from their presentations. The theme, which is fresh start, charting new horizons. I'm going to be highlighting 10 points. And amidst the 10 points, I'll be sharing my story. The first one is having a mindset shift. Because in life, one thing that is inevitable is change. Change is constant. You change in different areas and you experience challenges. This can come in form of maybe family or in business, loss of loved one, loss of job, disappointment in sealing a contract. When I started, prior to starting, I faced challenges, which is having the job of my dream. I picked up to volunteer in the Ministry of Justice. And while being very diligent, I was elevated to being a judicial assistant to a judge. In the course of working for the judge, I went for a maternity leave and I wasn't called back. So that was change. In the midst of uncertainties, I experienced that. I had to look, what do I do? What solutions do I provide? I'm a legal practitioner. I have the basic skills. I have the expertise to deliver knowledge. I looked around and started providing legal services. And in the small comfort of my home, the sitting room, I made my first 7 million. So I can relate with her when she said that she started her business with 0 capital. So that is also the same experience I had. So what helped me to get to that is my mindset shift. I decided not to dwell in the challenges. Because in Nigeria today, we have 3 important challenges facing us: corruption, insecurity, and lack of access to finance. But are we going to dwell on these challenges? No. So you have to have a mindset shift. That's point 1. The second point is adaptability. You have to cultivate the mindset that is flexible and open to new ideas. How do you adapt to change? Because change must happen. We went from analog now to electronic. I'm going to use my kind of service as an example. When we were doing formation of companies, incorporation of companies, I remember those days it was hard copy. We do all paperwork documentation. I remember I'll visit the Corporate Affairs Commission every day, like maybe 5 days in a week, because I'm doing hard copy documentation. At the end of the day, the system changed from hard copy to electronic. Yes, electronic documentation. So, and to be an expert in electronic documentation, you need to have computer skills, right? You need to have computer skills. So many people dropped out during the era of paperwork, signing, going to offices, because the mandate was you must not physically visit the head office again. Everything must be electronically. So we kept at it. We went, studied technology, and improved in our work. And today, we have helped over 1,000 entrepreneurs form their businesses because we didn't give up on the hard copy era. We developed our skills. So that's adaptability. Then another thing that helps me is setting clear goals. Do you have goals here? I want it to be very engaging. So you must have a goal, because this goal is going to be your drive to achieve your aim. You must have vision. How do you have goals? That goals must be SMART. Say SMART. Smart. Then the SMART, the S stands for specific. M, measurable. A, achievable. R, realistic or relevant. Then T, time-bound. I want us to practicalize it here. So please, can you tell me, what are you into? You're into? Selling of automobile vendors, okay? Good. So two more people. Please, can you tell me, sir, what are you into? Sorry? Education. Can you go in details? Please sell yourself, because this is an opportunity. Can you go in details? What kind of education? Or secondary, okay, you're a proprietor, you're a teacher, school administrator, that's fantastic. And I like the fact that you're here, because now we have to have different streamlines of income. And here we'll give you creativity to do more things, to provide, to leverage on your knowledge and be more relevant in the society. So I commend you. And I believe as an educationist, you have goals, right? You have goals. Yes. So the third person. So what are you into?
I mitigate risk, and then I provide the protection of the systems.
You're into cyber security. Very well. As diverse as our initiatives are, we should have goals. Your goals might be, at the end of the year, I want to make sales of 20 million naira. Then how do you achieve it? You must be specific. Being specific is that you've narrowed it to what you want. As a cyber security expert, your goal might be to submit your proposals to different organizations that you will provide these services for and give them value. As an educationist, your goals also might be to get more students who will sign into your subject or your institution. Good. How do you achieve this? Now, we've made it specific. The measurable aspect of it is you must set time bounds. When do I check if I'm achieving it? For someone that wants to close a deal, by the time you sell one car, sell two cars, okay, you can now tick, okay, I'm measuring it, I'm getting there. By the end of the year, I'm likely to close 50 million deals and all. Then it must be achievable. You can't just say, you know how you've started, and you say, oh, I'm going to do 1 billion. That means you're not telling yourself the truth, right? So it has to be something achievable, realistic, it must be relevant, and time-bound. So many of us say, I want to build a house, and they don't put time to it. 10 years, 5 years has gone, they've not bought a land. They don't have a foundation, but they have the goal. Is it a goal? It's not, because it has not fulfilled the requirements of being a good goal, which is SMART. Now, the third one is leverage your network. How do you leverage your network? We are here. Before you leave, ensure you introduce yourself to at least 4 people. Listen to them. Oh, you can start by, oh, nice. Have you been here before? Oh, this is my 3rd time. Introduce yourself. Don't underrate, don't look down on anyone. Introduce yourself. Get to know the person first. That's the aspect of leveraging network. Don't be interested in what you want for yourself, but be interested in knowing the person first. Tell me about yourself. What do you do? Oh, like I just know now that he's an educationist and you're a car dealer, and I know that he's a cybersecurity expert. So it's stuck in my memory. So before you leave here, leverage, connect, network, get their contact, follow them up, build relationships first. Relationship comes first before you start selling. Okay, let me give an example of what happened just last week. There is a car, I took my car to my mechanic shop where I regularly used to repair my car. So fortunately, the CEO was around. They've been doing my repairs. So when he came towards my car and made 1 or 2 comments, because I'm an entrepreneur and he's the CEO, I used the opportunity to, Sam, good, nice to meet you. He said, so you're the CEO of this place. I commend you. You're doing well. This is like my 5th time here. I just started saying some stuff. He said, okay, how about you? I said, I'm a legal practitioner. I provide legal services. And I had to, before I started that, I was very strategic. I was very intentional. I knew the value I'm going to give him. Because sometimes you might not give the person you're connecting a value. So before you start that discussion, just think, be very strategic, be very intentional. What value am I going to give to this person? So at that point, the value I knew was in compliance. Many companies are very inactive. They don't handle compliance. They do for FIRS, but they don't do for Corporate Affairs Commission. So I told Sir, I can provide excellent legal services for you, just the way I'm your customer, I've been patronizing you. So it's not bad if you also patronize. And I said, I have someone doing my compliance. I said, okay, no problem. I'm just going to do a little search on your company and give you feedback. It's fine if the person has been doing it. He said, fine. So immediately I got back to the office, I did a due diligence. I told my secretary, run a due diligence on this company. Lo and behold, it was inactive. We found that for many years they've not been filing and all that. So I screenshot all those things. And later I now sent it to him. He paid us over $200,000 just last week to handle the compliance. So imagine I was just there, please, I'm here to do my repair my car. At the end of the day, I walk out. Would I have gained a customer? I wouldn't have, because I'm an entrepreneur. And that's how I keep selling myself. So that's what I'm telling you today. Connect, leverage your network. Let people know what you're into. When in people's WhatsApp, you see them sharing other people's content, sharing other people's skits, but they forgot theirs. If you're a singer, do 1 minute skit on you singing. Just keep sharing it. Let your friends in your WhatsApp platform know what you're into. Your social media built me to where I am. Like I said in a sitting room. From there to sharing an office space. From sharing an office space, I now have Agatha Legal Office Space with team of lawyers. So it's not one day. If I can achieve that in the midst of uncertainty, not knowing where to start from, having lost my job, then you can do far more better. So, that's our point what? 3. Okay, maybe I'll run through it. Point 4. So invest in learning, continuous education, which our previous speakers have spoken about. Knowledge is priceless. Nobody can take away what you know from you. So keep learning, keep acquiring skills, keep investing in acquiring skills. It can be social, it can be online courses. Me, even as an entrepreneur, founder of a firm, I'm also doing a course. I'm doing my online master's going on. It's quite challenging, but I'll keep on investing in knowledge because no knowledge is a waste. and I encourage you to do that as well. Cultivate resilience. Resilience made Kish to organize this event because left for him, it's not easy sourcing for sponsors. Getting people, please sponsor us. It's not easy putting out events, free events. It can be very discouraging. But he believes that he will keep pushing and one day he's going to make his breakthrough. So you can't succeed as an entrepreneur if you're not resilient. Resilience helped me too. I want to be putting out my story so that you will relate. As a founder and having a team of lawyers, there was a time like she mentioned, our keynote speaker mentioned that the greatest challenge is human capital. And that's true. Because when you have people working for you, managing people is not easy. So when that jobs came in, so many cases to institute an action in court against, case of breach of contract, case of debt recovery. And it was a lot on our desk. The company gave us a mandate. In fact, the work was so much that the lawyer handling the paperwork became confused. Do you know that the lawyer abandoned the work and resigned in the midst of the voluminous work because the pressure was too much? And me, as the founder, if I abandon it, what will happen? I'm going to lose that company. And that's one of our biggest clients. So I had to put my head down. I took it, it's not easy. I took it a step at a time. But do you know what? Within 3 months, I recorded my highest judgment in the years of my career. I recorded 4 favorable judgments, having picked up those files as bent down and started doing that work. So what this resilience is telling you, there will be a time, even some of your teammates, the people you're trying to manage, might give up on the vision. But you are the one with the initiative. You are the one with the vision. Don't give up on it. Even when people abandon, you keep it. Now we've replaced our team and we now have more enthusiastic, passionate, brilliant team helping us to clear our work. So you must face that as an entrepreneur. Then foster a creative environment. What is a creative environment? Enabling environment. Some of us have friends that speak negative things a lot. There are people that when you sit down with, after that discussion, you go home even more depressed. Your spirit will be down. Avoid those people. That is not an enabling environment. Create an enabling environment. Connect yourself to people that build up your spirit. That is why I told you that I have over 20 reasons not to be here. But I said, no, I'm going to be here. Because learning from previous speakers, I'm more energized. I'm inspired. I saw her. You saw our keynote speaker. She's able to be a CEO of a group. It's inspiring. And she shared her journey to show that, this is achievable. So who are you listening to? Who is inspiring you? There's another man that I think he has kept me away from depression, Joel Austin. I always listen to him. I'll just put my YouTube, and after the 20 minutes, in fact, my spirit is uplifted. So who are you listening to every day? I would listen, just surround yourself with people who will lift up your spirit, people who tell you affirmative things, people who tell you that we can do this, people who tell you keep it up, you're almost there, and avoid the naysayers. The people that say, in fact, Nigeria is finished, there is no hope. You still there here, I'm already preparing. Avoid those people. Utilize technology. We can't overemphasize the importance of technology. Technology made my brand, Agatha Legal. I started, yes. Okay, all right. So data-driven decision, use analytics to inform yourself. By the time you study more on technology, you know how to use technology to track what the content people like and improve on that content. So reflect and adjust. There's always time to retreat. In conclusion, a fresh start is not just about beginning anew. It's about harnessing the lessons of the past to propel you into the future. By embracing changes, setting clear goals, and fostering a resilient, a creative mindset, you can chart new horizons. And I want you to know that a journey of 1,000 kilometers begins with a step. Don't wait, don't procrastinate. You can do it. Start today. And I believe that if you implement one or two of these listed themes that will help you, you will be a successful entrepreneur. Thank you.